greeting. It's a greeting. Greeting strangers. That's what we're doing. We're greeting strangers. I'm Britt.
And I'm Dee.
Welcome to another episode of
It's a Strange World After All.
It's a Strange World After All, the podcast where we greet strangers on the street.
I don't know about on the street.
What if that was a podcast? We're just greeting strangers on the street, and then it's like, hey, like, looking good. Thank you.
We should do that.
Oh,
well, no, I probably wouldn't do
that. No, probably not. That's funny. That just stemmed from a typo. It's supposed to say greetings, strangers. But this is this is the podcast where we discuss true crime cases, the supernatural, urban legends, conspiracy theories, and all of the thing. I can't do it today. This is one of those days where we should have just pre-recorded this because I don't know what's happening.
You got it. You got it.
Just all of the things that keep the world strange.
Let me get it together. Okay. In today's episode, we discuss the Keddie Cabin Murders. The Keddie Murders is an unsolved 1981 quadruple homicide occurring in Keddie, California.
In the fall of 1980, Sue Sharp and her 5 children left their home in Connecticut after leaving her abusive husband. They relocated to California and began renting Cabin 28 at the Keddie Resort in Sierra Nevada community of Keddie. Sue resided there with her 15-year-old son, John, 14-year-old daughter, Sheila, 12-year-old daughter, Tina, 10-year-old son, Rick, and 5-year-old son, Greg. She had a lot of kids.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever met a kid named Greg.
Oh, my little cousin, my uncle's son, his name is Greg. They call him
is
Little
he a junior?
Greg. He is a junior, though. So yeah.
That's why.
But I mean, he was Greg though. So
yeah, but you didn't know him until he was an adult. You didn't know him as a kid.
But somebody knew. But yeah, maybe it wasn't as popular in our generation.
Yeah, because that's like a older name. Well, a lot of her kids have older names.
I went to school with a guy. I just realized I went to a school with a guy named Greg. I just thought about that. His little little shy face popped up in my head.
That's funny. Well, there you go.
But not very many
kids.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now, Ruby? No. Eileen, Carol.
Yeah, those are Deborah.
Which I love. I love the name Deborah. Old people names.
All right, your granny go.
Old people names.
It's not me this time. It's not me.
I have a TikTok. No, let me not. Dang, because somebody gonna steal it. Let me hit it. Let me shut it.
On April 11th, 1981, around 1:30 p.m., Sue and Sheila went to pick up John and his friend Dana Hall Wingate from Gassner Park in Quincy, California, and brought them back to Keddie. That same evening, Sheila had plans to spend the night with the Seabolt family who lived in an adjacent cabin, and she left a little bit after 8 p.m. Sue stayed home with Rick, Greg, and their friend Justin Smart.
I wonder what made Sheila stay somewhere else, like, for the night. Like, was there just not enough room? Or maybe because because they went to go pick up, was it just the one friend or? Yeah, I listened. I was listening, I swear. No, two friends.
Oh, so you're saying maybe it would have been too many people?
Yeah, maybe she was like, okay, y'all can take my room.
Yeah.
I just wonder, since this is an unsolved murder.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
On the morning of April 12th, Sheila returned. So that next morning.
Yeah.
Okay. Sheila returned to cabin 28 and found the dead bodies of Sue, John, and Dana in the living room. All three had been bound with tape and wire. The three younger children were in the bedroom unharmed. Tina was not in the cabin. Sheila rushed back to the Seabolt's cabin. Can you imagine something like this happening? Sheila, like what I mean is Sheila probably felt guilty about not being there. Like anyone would be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
would this have happened had I been there?
Yeah, that's true. Because, I mean, she was just like across the hall, though, but still,
Yeah.
yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's pretty.
Feeling guilty.
Yeah.
And then, well, we'll get into it later. Because I was going to say, were they singled out? Because why were the other kids not hurt?
The
The
younger
kids,
kids.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Like maybe whoever did it had some sort of a conscience and was like, not conscience,
You sound like me.
conscience. And was like, no, I can't do that. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll never know because it's unsolved, but
The world may never know.
James Seabolt went through the bedroom window to get the boys. James admitted that he briefly entered the cabin through the back door to see if anyone was still alive. By doing this, he may have contaminated evidence.
So James Seabolt they were over at the other cabin with Sheila.
Yeah, it's their cabin. James Seabolt, it was, yeah. Yeah, so that's where Sheila was.
Why did he come into the cabin like that? Like, was the front door locked, or did he think the murderer was still in the cabin? Like, why?
Probably.
Okay.
Oh, because you're saying because Sheila went through the front door. That's how she...
That's what I assumed, yeah.
That's a good question.
Why did he go through the window?
Oh, maybe I think he went through the window because he didn't want the kids to see the dead bodies.
Oh, okay.
But
So
as for why he didn't go in through the front door, but he went in through the back. So maybe he was checking to see if the killer was still in there.
Okay. And I think I was so hung up on the bedroom window, I didn't think about him not wanting the kids to see.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm thinking.
What are you doing? 2 bloodied knives and a hammer were found on the scene. One of the knives was bent in half due to extreme force. Sue was lying on her side near the couch, nude from the waist down and gagged with a blue bandana and her underwear. She was stabbed in the chest. Her throat was slashed and there was an imprint on the side of her head matching the butt of a BB gun. Dana had multiple injuries and was manually strangled. John's throat was slashed. That is really violent. It's really brutal.
Mm-hmm.
The way that he killed them was he or she.
Yeah,
was really brutal.
Yeah, and then were they all? Oh, they were all in the living room. So I'm thinking, or should I save this for my theory? Because I'm thinking it was more than one person.
Oh, okay. I will get on that train with you. Because and I'm thinking if there was one murderer, they should have been able to do something, take him down.
Yeah.
Someone escaped, whether that be that one may have been Tina, I don't know, but
oh yeah, she is missing. Yeah, because they could have like jumped. If it was one person, they could have like jumped them or something. But it's not like they were, because I'm thinking, okay, if they were all sleeping, he went for one of them, they would have heard it, woke up, and tried to do something about it. That's why I'm like, maybe it was more than one person, 2 people, maybe.
Maybe.
Sheila and the Seabolt family didn't hear any commotion from the neighboring cabin on the night of the murders. A couple that lived nearby were awakened around 1:30 a.m. by what sounded like muffled screams, but couldn't tell where they were coming from.
So, what were Sheila and the Seabolt family doing to where they couldn't hear what was going on or hear what this couple is hearing, especially if the couple is being truthful and really did hear those muffled screams? Because that couple was technically a little bit further than they were. Okay.
Either they were sleeping, in my opinion, or partying.
Maybe because I'm still wondering why she spent the night over there.
Yeah, that's what I think. Because, I mean, like we said before, she could have just spent the night over there to give them, their space.
Yeah. But we don't know for sure.
No, we don't.
It's just speculation. I was about to say speculations. It's speculation. I swear I know words. There were no signs of forced entry, but there were items missing from the cabin. Do we know what those items were?
Yes.
It comes up. Does it come up? Okay.
Because, no, but that's not from that cabin though. So no, we don't know.
An unidentified fingerprint was found on the handrail on the stairs leading to the back door. All of the lights were off, the drapes were closed, and the phone had been left off the hook. So the fact that there are no signs of forced entry feels suspicious to me, not unless this is the 80s and they didn't have their doors or windows locked because of where they were. Like maybe they were close with obviously they're close enough with their neighbors to spend the night at their house.
Yeah.
So.
Or they knew who the person was.
I thought that too.
Let them in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Or it could be both. A little bit of both.
It still feels really suspicious. So now in this update, I'm leaning towards the abusive, because he's still alive. Yeah, I'm leaning towards him, but I'm going to build on my theory.
Okay, yeah, because I forgot about him.
He was abusive. They left. No, he was abusive and they left. So there's motive.
Yeah. Now that you say it, because I did completely forget about him. Because it's so much happening. Marilyn Smart, Justin's mother, claimed she found a bloody jacket that belonged to Tina in her basement and turned it into the police. No official record of this exists. So there's no record of the jacket, of Tina's jacket.
Oh.
So Justin, just to recap, was one of the younger kids that was left alive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So okay. Unless, I can't even talk. In case people are lost as to who that is.
No, yeah. And I looked at it and have obviously looked at it and looked at the articles, and I realized that I was making James and Justin the same person. So, because I was like, wait, James? And then James.
It's too many of them.
James is one of the adults. Is one of the Seabolts.
Oh, okay. Oh,
but I was just like Jay, and in my mind this entire time. Okay. This whole time I've been thinking they're the same person, and I was like, wait, I have questions, but okay, one of the kids. That was a lot.
Yes. Her husband, Martin Smart, claimed that a hammer had gone missing from his home.
And they lived in Keddie.
Yes.
All of these people live in Keddie.
Yes.
Okay. That's pretty convenient. Martin Smart.
And I'm going to save it for my theories because I think I know who did it.
Detectives interviewed locals, neighbors, and members of the Seabolt family. Many of them recalled seeing an unknown green van parked at the Sharps' cabin. Others remember seeing a brown Datsun.
I don't know what a Datsun is, though. Like,
it's
what
a car,
it looks
isn't
like.
it?
I know it's a car, but like, is it a van? Because maybe, what am I trying to say? You would know the difference between a van and a smaller car.
Yeah, a Datsun is like, I don't know if it's considered a sports car.
That's what I thought.
But it's like those little cars that have I don't think it's considered a 2-seater, but it just has the seats that you pull up.
I'm sorry.
What? Because you have 2-seaters, but then you have this.
What is that?
Pulling up your seat.
Oh, okay.
I know it look like I'm snatching wigs. It look like I'm snatching edges, but that's how I pull my seat up. Like this.
Okay.
Some are sportier than others. It's just.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. I was trying to think of something like pop culture reference.
He says it in Gold Digger, but I'm trying to think of
yeah,
verse.
That's true.
That's the only thing I could think of.
But like, yeah, if it was in like a popular show or something, but
not that I
like
know
if someone
of.
drove it, but yeah, I can't think. But yes, a Datsun, which could explain why. I don't know. I was supposed to say why he only took one kid. I don't know, because he didn't have the space. Like if it was a Datsun, you don't really have the space to take everybody. I don't know.
Justin Smart, one of the survivors, gave conflicting stories about the night. He said that he dreamt details of the murders, but he later said that he actually witnessed the murders. Did we ever say how old he was? Because I know he was one of the younger ones.
Nope, we did not.
Because, I mean, kids are good witnesses, but I'm guessing maybe he woke up, walked out and saw it happening, and maybe he just, I don't know.
You believe that he actually...
He may have seen it, but in order to cope with it, maybe thought that he was dreaming. You know what I'm trying to say?
So basically threw it back in his like subconscious.
Yeah. When I was researching, I don't remember seeing his age. So I'm guessing he was, but then how old were the other kids? We said how old the other kids were. So I'm just going to say he was around
10 to 12.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's as young as like Greg, which is the 5-year-old.
Yeah, I don't think he was that young.
Yeah, because he was Rick and Greg's friend. So between. Yeah. Okay, maybe 10. We'll say 10 for the sake of saying.
Okay. While under hypnosis, he said that he heard sounds coming from the living room while he was watching TV with Greg and Rick. He went to investigate the sounds and saw Sue with 2 men. One had a mustache and short hair, and the other was clean shaven with long hair, and they both wore glasses.
John and Dana entered the living room and started arguing with the men. A fight started and Tina entered but was taken out through the back door by one of the men. From Justin's descriptions, composite sketches were drawn. So, Tina, that doesn't make any sense. Like why they took her out of the room, because it doesn't seem like they had any protective gear. It doesn't seem like they cared about their appearance, which, like we said, it could be someone that knew at least Sue. And then if you were going to kill all of them anyway, or was that originally the plan to kill all of them? I just have a lot of questions.
It's so many unanswered questions because it doesn't make sense for them to take her at all.
No, it doesn't. And in that amount of time where the guy was by himself, it didn't seem like he overpowered all of them. So
yeah, that none of it makes any sense, and we will possibly never know.
That's why we need our time machine. And we could just be like unsolved crime busters.
That should be a show
where they go back and see what really happened.
Yeah.
That
would be a good show.
Like with
Netflix, get on it.
But we need some compensation. Hold up. Don't just get on it. We need a little compensation.
On April 22nd, 1984, 3 years after the murders and Tina's disappearance, a portion of a human skull was found near Feather Falls, about 100 miles from Keddie. The remains were confirmed to be Tina's in June 1984.
That don't make sense either. What's the point? What was the point in taking Tina if you were ultimately going to end up murdering her anyway? Again, like I said, unless that was never their plan. Like,
even if it wasn't their plan, taking her does not make any sense.
No. Well, if they were going to kidnap her for whatever sick reason, and left her alive, that would make more sense than you taking her from the situation and ultimately murdering her anyway.
Yeah.
And that's just me. Like, no, it doesn't answer any questions by any means, because it's like there was another woman and girls in the house, if it was some kind of sexual fetish, whatever. But at the very least, it just makes more sense to me, because why didn't you just kill her at the house? Or did you kill her at the house? I don't know. And just take her?
No, because, according to Justin, she wasn't dead. They took her. He took her, yeah.
He put him in the car. Put her in the car.
So, I don't know.
In a 2008 documentary, Marilyn Smart said that she suspected her husband, Martin, and his friend, John Boubade, were responsible for the Keddie cabin murders. She claims that on the evening of the murders, she left Martin and John at a bar and went home to go to sleep. On April 12th, she woke up to find them burning an unknown item in the wood stove. Okay, but what about a motive? I know it's coming up. I just wanted to say.
Oh.
What about a motive?
Marilyn says that Martin hated John Sharp with a passion. Which one is John again? I know that's the son, right?
Yeah.
Why do you hate that's a grown man. He was what, 15?
Yeah, he was 15. Sorry, Sheila was 14. But yeah, he was 15.
So why do you hate him? What did he do to you, Martin?
What did he do to you, Martin?
I mean, teenagers are horrible anyway, but they just do regular teenage stuff.
Maybe he couldn't take it anymore. I don't know. Did he even do it? Who knows?
In the documentary, Sheriff Doug Thomas said that he interviewed Martin and he passed a polygraph test, but those are unreliable.
So we've learned.
A hammer matching the description of the hammer Martin claimed was lost was found in a local pond on March 24th, 2016. It was taken into evidence by Plumas County Special Investigator Mike Gamberg. I just think, because I'm thinking that's the murder weapon.
Okay.
So I just think it's weird how, is it a coincidence that his hammer just all of a sudden disappeared?
Coincidence? I think not.
Because I'm mostly thinking that that's the murder weapon.
It could very well be. Also, why is there? It's a big coincidence for a hammer to be located in a local pond, and it's the same description of the hammer that was missing. Also, it could very well be the murder weapon.
Yeah.
And I don't believe in coincidences. Like I do to a certain extent, but then yeah. Mike also found out that shortly after the murders, Martin Smart left Keddie and sent his wife, Marilyn, a letter that concluded with, "I've paid the price of your love, and now I've bought it with 4 people's lives. You tell me we are through. Great. What else do you want?" Weird. In a 2016 interview, investigator Mike Gamberg said that the letter was overlooked in the initial investigation and was never admitted as evidence. How? Why? How?
This ties into my theory because I think that Sue was sleeping with him.
Oh.
And the wife found out, and I don't know, people are weird. So one of those things where she wanted him to prove that it was over, that he killed him to prove, I don't know. But I do think they were having an affair.
That's not what I meant. I don't know that that's what she meant. I hope that's not what she meant.
I know, but you never know.
Kill the whole family.
People have killed for less.
The whole family.
So,
I mean, family.
And also, why was it never admitted as evidence?
Why is anything? I don't know, because it seems pretty straightforward to me. I don't know.
Yeah, me too. A counselor that Martin Smart visited regularly said that he confessed to the murders of Sue and Tina, but not John and Dana. He said he killed Tina because she was a witness.
Everybody was a witness. What?
Exactly.
Not unless it didn't happen like how Justin recalled it. Not unless they had killed everybody. Then Tina, like maybe Tina was asleep. Tina walked in and was just like, and then it still don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the main theories is that Martin was having an affair with Sue and that she was trying to talk Marilyn into leaving Martin. When Martin heard about this, he called his friend John, who was allegedly in the mob, to take Sue out of the picture. This may explain why his son Justin and the other boys were not killed.
Okay.
I can see that.
That, yes. Not the first part of that, but the second part of that. Not the whole Tina was a witness part, but yes.
Yeah.
I still don't understand why you had to kill the whole family, but
he didn't want to leave witnesses, but this story is just not. Huh?
He didn't even kill the whole entire family. You left 3 people alive.
Because they were in another room.
So they didn't get to ID him at all.
Yeah. So the little boy that saw it was it Justin? That was his son. The only witness we know of was his son.
So that doesn't make sense either. That doesn't make sense because
he's not gonna kill his son.
No. He ID'd them though. He ID'd them, but only by physical description, not as his dad.
That's true.
That's confusing.
Yeah. And then I was gonna say maybe whoever the killer was didn't see him. But he saw what happened.
I see what you're saying. So maybe
and that's why he was left alive.
I was gonna say maybe he saw the back of them, but he saw a mustache. He said somebody had a mustache.
What if I want to know what the composite sketches look like, because What if it did look like his dad?
I don't know. Oh my gosh.
That's crazy. Because, yeah, why wouldn't he just say, oh, it was my dad?
Not unless trauma's a bitch. I don't know. Or traumatic experiences. I don't know. The brain is pretty capable, so maybe he didn't want to believe it, and his brain was just like, "There's man," but I don't remember who.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. They have them. Yeah, look at it. Let me make sure I ain't tripping.
What did you Google?
I just Googled the cold case of Keddie Murders. Oh well, hell. Hold on.
I wish you could share your screen.
Sketch. Wait, can I?
Because I know on Zoom you can.
Yeah, I know how to do it in Zoom. I don't know that yeah. But yeah, I just looked up Keddie Murder sketches, but the most constant one.
Oh, I see it.
With the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, who is this? Is this?
And then
Martin Smart.
Yeah. It kind of looks
the one
the same.
Which one?
With the longer hair.
Oh, wait, hold on. I was about to say the one.
He kind of look like Jack Nicholson a little bit.
And I was gonna say the one with the shorter hair. Yeah, I was gonna say the one with the shorter hair, which is so good. It goes to show sketches don't do nothing. Let me look again.
Because the way they have his hair, the dude with the long hair, the way they have it,
he just looks. He looks older too. He's just
yeah.
But like, okay, if you look at the side, like a side by side, because I'm looking at a black and white picture of him. Oh, but he does have longer hair in.
Yeah,
he does look like Jack Nicholson.
In the picture I see,
he looked like Jack Nicholson.
His hair looks longer.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, we solved it. It looked like him, so
both of them.
I wonder what the. Yeah.
I don't
they
know.
did it. It looks like.
I don't know. It's just still another thing that just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but the composite sketches looks like both of them, in my opinion. Okay, you know what? They did it. We don't even have to.
Ooh, Martin.
We don't have to finish.
Martin and John.
Yeah. Martin and John.
Ugh. Martin Smart died of cancer in June 2000, and John died in 1998. In April 2018, Gamberg stated that there was DNA evidence recovered from a piece of tape at the crime scene that matched a known living suspect. But there have been no arrests. The case is still unsolved. Why were there no arrests? This is...
Exactly. If the DNA is a match, what else do you need?
I don't know. Especially because they said a living suspect.
Yeah. And Martin and John died by that time. Even though I still think they did it because they look like the sketches. I'm sorry. They do.
They do, though. That's funny.
Or do you think, since those faces were familiar to him, that he described his dad and his friend?
It would be helpful if I could pinpoint his exact age. But I don't know. And then especially if you witness something traumatic like that, I don't know if I would want to put such a familial, like a familial face to it.
Oh. Yeah.
Like I would think
so then
like that movie. What's that? Tales from the Hood. When he saw his dad as like a monster, but it was his dad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna watch that before I go to bed.
Tales from the Hood.
Yeah.
Let's save it for Halloween. Halloween's next month. We can watch it.
Oh, yeah. But my theory is I do think it was Martin and John. And so how we were saying that it was more than one person the whole time, but then we were saying we didn't understand how, if the other guy left, how the other guy by himself could do all of that. What if there was a third person and his DNA was the match?
Oh, possibly. And I didn't ever see it as that the other person like left completely. I just saw it like the other person just put her in the car. That's how I imagined it. And like maybe knocked her out and left. But it could have
been,
it could have been that there was a third person. But again, it said, so a third known living suspect. Maybe there really was a green van and that Datsun. So maybe they did put Tina in something and one drove away and then the other two in the van did. I don't know.
And I'm thinking, what if the third person was Marilyn?
Oh.
Because at that time when they got the DNA, they didn't say if it was a man or a woman.
And this is Marilyn Smart, his wife.
Yes. And I'm sure she was still alive at that time. This was 2018.
That would be so tragic, though. Because it ain't that deep. You cheat on me, okay. If I'm going to stay with you, I'm going to stay with you. If I'm going to leave you, I'm going to leave you. But I'm not about to be like, you need to kill her and then kill the entire family. Maybe she did say just go there to kill Sue, and then it just escalated.
Yeah, that's my theory, that all three of them were involved.
I'm going to say I don't know. I don't have them. I got nothing. I'll just go with the obvious. I'll just go with the obvious. Martin Smart. Other characters optional. It seems really extreme, but I guess my eyes are itching. I'm just stressed out. Stressed. That's all, folks.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at It's a Strange World Podcast, Twitter at Pod Strange World, and on Facebook and TikTok at It's a Strange World After All. Also, turn on those notifications for our Instagram posts so that you can keep up with our hashtag Myth Mondays and hashtag Strange Saturdays posts.
Yes! Slam that bell! Pa! Like and subscribe! Love us! Worship us! Ah! I don't know. That's how it always sounds. Yes, we would love to hear from you. Tell us what you think about this confusing case. Who do you believe is responsible for the Keddie Cabin murders? Also, if there is anything in the world of strange that you would like us to cover, let us know. Even if you just want to say, hey there. That's all I had.
Oh. I thought you were going to say something else.
I'm still too shook. I'm still too shook up from the case.
Thank you for tuning into another episode of It's a Strange World After All.
And thank you, as always, for keeping it strange with us. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Yeah, I was just stressed. And still left with so many questions. Oh, wait. There's I meant to say that they made it into a movie.
They did?
Yes. It is called
The Strangers.
No, but if that's what that's based on, then
it's one of the inspirations.
Oh, okay. No, there's a film called Cabin 28. It was made in 2017. It has a 1.5 star.
Oh Lord.
On IMDb, but it says it has a 3.2 out of 10 on IMDb. It's got a 2.9 on Amazon Prime. So if you're interested, I haven't watched it, but Cabin 28 is the name.
I might try to watch it.
Yes, the picture is of a guy dressed up in overalls, a flannel, and a clown mask. So I don't know.
Lord.
I don't know.
I'll give it a try, maybe, if I don't forget.